Okay, so now we're going to go on to the next couple of scales. So like I said last time, we're just going to walk our way through them, and you're going to say the finger numbers out loud in the comfort of your own home or wherever you're practicing. So let's start with A major. Turn so you can see my hands. So just a reminder, our key signature is F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp in A major. So if you need to, if you have a little bit of trouble remembering which key signature is what a note should be sharped rather, then go ahead and write in those sharps. You can pause the video and do that now. If not, and you can remember those, let's go ahead and take off. Okay, so here's one, keep going. Look up and down to check, like at random spot, just stop yourself and look up and be like, hey, am I on the right finger rhythm right now? No, 4 is on B. I better go back and double check. Okay, all right. So hopefully that's not too difficult to do. It just forces your brain to think about saying the fingerings out loud. So anyways, let's do left hand. So 5. Together, I'm not going to say no, but for right now, let's just generally stick with doing them hand separately. All right, let's do the arpeggio now. So it's going to be the same as D major. The right hand will be 1, 2, 3. Left hand will be 5, 3, 2. Okay, let's do right hand. Back down. Left hand, 5, 3. Alrighty, okay, now let's move on. Last one is going to be E major, okay? So let's go ahead and check out the key signature. So we not only have the 3 sharps that we had last time, we also have a D sharp. So if you need to, go ahead and write the sharps in. Okay, you will be doing this with music for a little while, so it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So still same fingering. Okay, 1, 2. For D sharp, it's a tricky one. Good, okay. All right, so let's go ahead and do the left hand now. Okay. How that went. Look for places where you might need to double check and not be worried about, but think about it a little bit more. And then last arpeggio for this week. So same as D and A major, 5, 3, 2 in the left hand, and then still the same in the right hand. So let's start with the right hand. 1, 2, 3. 1. Down. Good. And then left hand. 5, 3, 2. Okay, so that being said, ways to think about technique. Watch my hands for a decently good example of some things that you can do. Mainly, the most important thing is making sure that you have nice curved fingers, making sure that this stays as level as it can. You might have to move your wrist a little bit, but you shouldn't be moving it crazy amounts. It should all kind of streamline together. When you do the arpeggios, a lot of people like to, and actually I'll turn you back around, kink this elbow up a little bit. We want to actually, it's going to be hard at first. You see, I move it a little bit, but you don't want it to come out here. So it sounds weird, but every time that you cross something over, see how far your elbow is sticking out. It shouldn't be way up here. That's going to cause tension in your shoulder. I already have enough tension as a human being. I don't need any more. So that's why some of these things are important. Whenever you do a turnover, mainly or like whenever you cross under or over, you want to make it more happen in the fingers instead of with the arm. So it's kind of the same thing as the arpeggios. You want to avoid this coming out as much as possible. So if you can see, my thumb, once it's done playing, is crossing under to get that note. That's not the right fingering, but you get the idea. So the basic gist is that don't do this. You want scales are going to be a lot about finger and building technique. Okay? If all else fails, I do just want you to see if you can get the notes and fingering down, and we can talk about technique later, but it is something that I'm going to be watching for. Okay? All right, in the next video, we're going to move on to some harmonization.